It happens to the best of us. You eat what you feel is healthy food and your stomach still feels bloated and uncomfortable. Have you ever felt so bloated that you get insecure or you can't even fit into your clothes? Well, I'm going to teach you reasons that you might be bloated and how to help you heal your bloat forever. So why are you so bloated after you eat? I'm going to talk about 5 reasons that might help you, and you can do a little self-evaluation and see if any of them apply to you. And then after, I'm going to give you 6 tips that are actually going to help fix your bloat. Number 1, you might have a food sensitivity. So if you're eating certain foods and you notice that you're getting really bloated after, your body might not really be appreciating those foods. This actually happened to me as I started to age. I noticed that gluten and dairy actually made me bloat, and I had to start limiting them a little bit or getting better sources that were like more organic or easier to break down for my body. So you can always take a food sensitivity test if you are curious or you just want to know. But honestly, what worked for me the best was just paying attention to how I feel after I eat certain foods. So if I notice, okay, I'm eating these pancakes, I'm noticing gluten in these pancakes is making me bloat, then I cut out gluten for a little bit and I feel a lot better. So just doing kind of a little bit of an elimination diet can also help if you feel like you might have a food sensitivity. One thing I would say too is that I didn't realize how good I could feel until I stopped eating the foods that were making me sick. And I never knew that they were making me sick until I did an elimination diet. So once I eliminated everything and then slowly brought those foods back in, I realized, dairy really makes me have a headache, and I never knew that it was from dairy. So that's really the only way you'll be able to know how your body is processing certain foods and how it makes you feel. Number 2, your gut health might be off. So gut health actually is directly linked to food sensitivities. So sometimes when you heal your gut, then those food sensitivities will go away because it's a healthy gut. It can absorb all the nutrients and you're good to go. So ways that your gut health might be off is if you feel bloated after you eat, you might have brain fog, maybe you have like those bumps all over your skin. Usually it's linked to like skin issues like eczema or rashes or acne. If you have recently taken antibiotics, your gut health could be off because that kills all your healthy gut microbiome. If your gut health is off, there are a few things that you can do to fix it, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the video, but that could be a reason that you're feeling bloated. Number 3, you're eating more refined carbs and sugar than usual. So for me, when I go on a trip and we're eating lots of treats and bread and pasta and cookies, and it's not what I'm really used to, my body can't really digest that much, refined carbs and sugar. Your body doesn't naturally love those foods, and so you will feel a little more bloated. Also, if you're eating more glucose, then your cells will retain more water as well. So that's why you start kind of feeling like puffy in your face or your hands. And maybe you're not moving as much, so you're retaining more water. So all of that combined can help you feel like you're a little more bloated. So take a look at your sugar intake and your refined carb intake. Another reason that you might be feeling bloated is you're eating too fast without sitting down. So I'm guilty of this. I get it. I'm a mom, I have small kids, and it is really hard to sit down and eat your food. Like most of the time, I'm eating when I'm in the car, running the kids to their activities, or I'm eating standing up at the counter while I'm trying to make them food. So it is hard, but if you prioritize sitting down and eating slowly and chewing your food, that's going to help with bloat, because if you're eating too fast, your body can't break down the food properly and you'll get bloated. And then you also are swallowing more air, which is gonna make gas bubbles in your stomach. So pay attention to that when possible. I know it's hard, but it will make a big difference. The last one is you might have lost some of your digestive enzymes in your digestive tract. Everybody is born with digestive enzymes. And if you notice when you're younger, you really can eat whatever you want, right? I remember eating like a candy bar and Doritos for lunch, and it never bothered me. So you could really eat your favorite foods because you have plenty of digestive enzymes. Well, as you age, you actually start losing those digestive enzymes, and that's why it's harder for you to digest certain foods. So you might need help with a digestive enzyme supplement, which I'll talk about later, but pay attention to that as well. It could be your digestive enzymes. Now that you know all of the reasons that you might be feeling bloated, let's talk about my 6 tips to help heal your bloat forever. Number 1 is take a good probiotic. It makes such a difference. This is the number 1 way to heal your gut. Your gut needs healthy probiotics to create healthy microbiome. And if you don't have a good probiotic, I actually have an organic probiotic that I suggest in my BodyByBree brand. It's the reason why I love it so much is it's your 3 foundational strains that you need in order to create the healthy microbiome. And then it's also herbally optimized. So you have enough fuel for those microbiome strains to actually multiply and replenish and then create good gut health bacteria. So make sure you're taking a good probiotic. Number 2, you need a good digestive enzyme. That's where my BodyByBree digestive enzymes come into play. I take 2 with every meal, or I'll take them after a meal that really makes my stomach hurt, and it replenishes your natural digestive enzymes and just kind of helps your body do what it's supposed to do, and it'll break down your food like little Pac-Men in your intestines so that you don't have any bloating, no more constipation, no more heartburn. Literally, if you have any type of stomach ache, within 20 minutes, you will feel better if you take a digestive enzyme. So those are like my little hidden secret because I love them so much. And any client that I suggest to take digestive enzymes, they cannot believe how good they feel, especially if you're eating a little more protein than you're used to, or you're lactose intolerant, or gluten really bothers you. If you take a digestive enzyme, it won't bother you anymore, and it'll actually help with absorption as well. The next tip is to limit your sugar and refined carbs. I know this is a hard one, but if you really are careful and selective about when you want to eat the sugar and refined carbs, you're going to feel so much better. I don't want this to turn into a restriction thing where you feel like you can't have it. But once you start eating a lot of fiber and vegetables and whole grains, you are going to feel so good that it's crazy how bad you start feeling when you do eat a lot of sugar and refined carbs. You'll notice like that there's a huge difference in how you feel. So try to limit those whenever possible. My next tip is I want you to start noticing how you feel after you eat specific foods. Like I said before, maybe you need to do an elimination diet, but really start honing in every single time you eat. I want you to think, does this make me tired? Do I get sleepy after? Do I have more energy after? Do I have a stomach ache? Do I have a headache? And really get in tune with your body. Number 5 is to get more sleep. I know it's hard, but if possible, prioritize getting sleep over watching TV, over reading books, whatever you need to do, because sleep is the number 1 factor in helping you lose weight and helping with your gut health. So it's way more important than people think. So try to prioritize. Number 6 is try to lower inflammatory foods. So inflammatory foods would be, like I said, sugar and refined carbs, but also dairy can be an inflammatory food. Gluten can be an inflammatory food. So you want to lower those foods that actually are going to cause some type of inflammatory response in your body, because that's what throws your gut health off. So just pay attention to those things and try to make small changes in your diet. It doesn't have to be overnight. It doesn't have to be stressful or overwhelming. It's just to help you feel your best. Hopefully this is helpful. I know everyone struggles with bloating, but it's actually not normal and it shouldn't be something that you have to deal with. There are so many things you can do to heal. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to check out my next video, 7 signs of an unhealthy gut and 7 ways to fix it. I'm BodyByBree. Thank you for joining me to create the healthiest, happiest version of yourself, and I'll see you back here next time.